Esselamu Aleyküm ve Rahmetullah. Euzu billahi mineşşeytanirracim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Rabbena zalemna enfusena ve in lem tağfir lena ve terhamna lenekunenne minel khasirin. La ilahe illa ente subhaneke inni kuntu minel zalimin. Rabbi enni messeniyad-durru ve ente erhamur rahimin. اللهم علمنا ما ينفعنا وانفعنا بما علمتنا وزدنا علما وارنا الحق حقا وارزقنا اتباعه وارنا الباطل باطلا وارزقنا اجتنابه رب لا تذرني فردا وأنت خير الوارثين آمين لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم وصل اللهم على محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه وأتباعه وسلم والحمد لله رب العالمين آمين. Inshallah, we will continue from chapter Najm, verse 31. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. وَلِلَّهِ مَا فِي السَّمَاوَاتِ وَمَا فِي الْأَرْضِ Get this one ready. ليجزي الذين أساءوا بما عملوا ويجزي الذين أحسنوا بالحسنى. صدق الله العظيم. Okay, let me get this one out of the way. Okay. Now, the translation, and to God belongs all that is in the heavens and on earth, so that he rewards those who do evil according to their deeds, and he rewards those who do good with what is best. It's a good news, mashallah. Now, when we read this kind of verses in the Quran, which are very frequently used, this phrase, وَلِلَّهِ مَا فِي السَّمَاوَاتِ وَمَا فِي الْأَرْضِ Allahu Rabbu samawati wal ard, this kind of verses, what do we understand? It is the first apparent meaning says everything belongs to God, whatever in the heavens and the earth and on earth, everything belongs to God. What does it mean for me? And everything belongs to God. It means, what is the message for me? Please share your views. What is the message for me? Whatever comes to your mind, however you understand. Okay, Fariha, go ahead. I'm muting myself.
So pretty much that I have no control over anything in terms of what I experience, feelings, emotions, and abilities. So what am I claiming ownership over? So if things don't belong to me, then, you know, it's a little catch here. On one hand, it can put me at ease that, okay, things are done onto me, so there must be a one that's bringing things into existence. That's one side. And the other side could be that, you know, when I realize that I'm not in control of anything, then what is it? What is bringing things into existence? But either way, it's a good news that there must be something that is bringing everything into existence, whatever is it that I'm experiencing.
Qasim, it's your turn.
Assalamu alaikum. Yeah, I think something along the same lines that nothing in this world demonstrates the power or ability to either give existence to something else or to itself. So therefore, it belongs to its existence belongs to something that gave it its existence, basically.
Excellent comments. If there is anyone else who would like to add any other ideas, explanations, excellent comments, please raise your hand and speak out, and make the class, inshallah, interactive. So that I agree with all what we said. If anyone else doesn't agree, please state your understanding and objections or whatever. But I would like to add something else. When the Quran says, whatever on in the heavens and on earth belongs to God, it is in addition to what our friends said. I'm not repeating what they said. In addition to it, it is a message for me saying that whatever you see in the heavens and on earth, you have to question how they come into existence, how they came into existence, and investigate it if you can find anything to attribute their existence to. It's an invitation to us. It is not only a claim that God says, everything is mine. Of course, as our friends said, you cannot create it. You cannot have any control over it. And the things, they cannot be attributed to anything else. These are all correct. This is the message from my creator. Another thing is, for me, as a listener to the message, an invitation for me to go and investigate if you can find any other source within your capacity or anything that you can attribute to the creation of these things, to anything, then go ahead, do it. But the message says, you cannot find it. You will not be able to find it. There is no such thing. So as a conclusion, you will say, the universe, whatever it is in the heavens and on earth, cannot be attributed to anything within this universe. So it must go somewhere else. Where can I go? Where can I attribute to their existence to? That is how we reason, how we understand that there must be a creator, which is not within the universe, which is not the same kind of the universe, but the source of existence of the universe. That is called God. That's it, as if this kind of explanations, presentations in the Quran helps me understand who God is when this Quran, when this text says God, it's an invitation to me to define who God is. Of course, how can I investigate who God is within the universe? We have talked about it a lot in this class, in our classes. How can I define God? I think just we have to mention a few sentences to refresh our minds. How can I define God? just to refresh our minds. And our friends will help me. I am reading a text. I'm waiting for you. Just repeating myself, saying almost the same thing with other words. I'm reading the text. Text starts with God. To God belongs all that is in the heaven and earth, in the heavens and earth. To God? Who is God? Come on, help me. Who is God? Everybody believes here. I'm sure all of you are fasting now, obeying God's command. Don't you know whose command are you obeying now? I'm joking, of course. Tell us something. No? Okay. Everybody is, maybe it is close to iftar time so that they don't have energy to talk. Okay, good. Okay. There are hands to cast. I don't see them. Of course, I don't look at them. Of course. Okay. Oh, Qasim.
Yes. I think this is just to answer your question. I would define God as that which, again, I attribute my own existence to, or any existence for that matter, or that which has the ability to give existence and, of course, maintain and sustain it.
Was there anyone who would like to say, well, how do we define God? Okay, Feria, go ahead.
Awesome here. So I would say I would read the verse in reverse. I would question what the heavens and the earth, how do they exist? And I would say, yeah, there must be someone who is not the same as the, whatever is created on the earth and heavens. So I would say somebody not of the nature of this universe. So who must be the source of existence of the universe? So only the one I can attribute the existence of everything, that, as Qasim was saying, I would say that must be the source who we can call God.
Yeah. So we define God through
Negation.
Negation, exactly. We cannot define God as God. We cannot define the creator who is not within the universe or who cannot be described with any word belongs to this universe. It means all the words that we use is the description of the elements of this universe. So we cannot define the creator with any words which is used to describe the things of this world for God. That's why one friend has written in the chat box, said, he used the original Quranic language, la ilaha. It means I can define God only by saying he is not any of the things of this world. Any of the things of this world. The one who is not of the nature of this world is God. The source of existence is God. That is the only way we can describe it. But in Islamic culture, Islamic civilization, and with the help of the descriptions in the Quran, we see many qualities attributed to God by saying God is the creator, God is the all-powerful one, all-knowledgeable one, etc., all-wise one, etc. We are all aware of these words used. We think at first that these are the descriptions of God. Now, these are not the descriptions of God. Just be patient with me. Why aren't they? Walillahil asmaul husna. Everybody knows that all the beautiful names belongs to God. But from my perspective, I experience this. Whatever I can see in this world and experience, interact within the heavens and the earth, I see some qualities. These qualities are in the created form. We call it manifested form. We see that the source of existence of the universe reflected some qualities in these objects. And I understand that undescribable form of these qualities are from the undescribable creator. I say, or we human beings say, God must be all-powerful one, but I cannot describe it. But I know that he must have an undescribable quality of power or knowledge. Everything, whatever we see in this world, all the qualities, endless qualities we see in this world, the undescribable forms of these qualities must belong to the creator, whoever he is. So we cannot really know God, but what we can know, that such an absolute being must exist. Such an absolute being must be the source of absolute source, absolute power, absolute knowledge, absolute balance, absolute order. All the qualities belong to him, but we don't know their nature. We only see the manifested form of some qualities, and we are aware of it. We know why we are aware of it, because we are given the ability to acknowledge, to recognize them. Because my abilities are from the same creator as the qualities I see in the universe also are from the same creator. I am a part of the universe, but I am created with a consciousness, and this consciousness acknowledges the qualities there, but acknowledges the qualities in the form, in the created form, manifested form, limited manifestations according to the capacity of the beings. That is why how I communicate with my creator as saying that, look, I see something here well adjusted, well balanced, perfectly arranged, consciously designed. I say, oh, the creator of the universe, you must be the one who arranged in this way with your quality of arranging, balancing, ordering. It means that I am not claiming that I know their reality, but I am sure, 100% sure, that they must exist because I can see the manifestations. I can see the effects of their actions. So if there was no cause, there would be no effect. If there is an effect, there must be a cause. Although cause may not be found within the universe. This makes my mind so clear and comfortable that I approve, I confirm the qualities of the Creator only within absolute terms. It means undescribable terms. That's what I can do. Okay, shall we move ahead a little bit? So, let's read although it is beautiful to read the Arabic original form, but original language, but to be practical and save some time, so that he rewards those who do evil according to their deeds. Look, let's pay attention to the difference between, look, he rewards those who do evil according to their deeds. But the following sentence has a slight difference. He rewards those who do good with what is best. There's a difference. Can somebody help me to understand the difference here? Please go ahead. Please speak. Express yourself. It's a free country. Okay, I see Fariha's hand. Anyone else? Of course, Fariha has the priority. Okay, go ahead, Fariha.
Okay, so this is a very interesting verse because so basically reward would be something like a consequence of what I do. So let's take the example. Let's say if I have a hammer and I slam it on my toe, then I would see the consequence of it, right? We all can make sense of it in terms of it's painful. And so if I take the hammer and I I actually try to slam it on a nail, right? Like the tool it's given to do, like, following the order, like whatever the hammer is supposed to do, then I am utilizing the hammer for its sake. However, there's a catch here because it's saying that he rewards those who do good with what is best. So I may miss the nail, like I'm slamming the hammer, my target is the nail, but I may not hit the nail. So that's what came to my mind right now.
Anyone else? There is some fishy things here to me. Because it says, anyone else, please? Look, it says, he rewards those who do evil. Reward means, according to their, it means really
compensate. Maybe it means compensate.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much.
I know reward is kind of associated, like the mainstream word for reward is usually associated with something that you get in return for something good that you did. But in this case, it just means that you will get the equal return of what you do. So the equal return of something bad is bad, and the equal return of something good is good.
Sabia, thank you. There is, I'm not familiar with this. No. Okay. I confuse. Okay. Now there is a slight difference here, if you notice. He rewards those who do evil according to their deeds, according to their deeds. And he rewards those who do good with what is best. For example, he doesn't, the verse doesn't say he rewards those who do evil according to what is worse that they did. No, according to their deeds. 1 to 1, according to the same capacity, the same level. But when it comes to good deeds, he rewards with the best. Now, let's give an example to understand this matter. Let's say you are taking a class. Which class? Okay, chemistry class. Okay, you are taking a chemistry class. The first class, you listen to the professor and learn something a little bit, and then just a little bit, let's say 10% or 20% you learned it. And then you took some notes and revised the notes, reviewed the notes and learned a bit more. And then you investigated even further and further. You learned 90% of the class at the end of the week. Except now, what you know now, for grading this education system, I don't know whether it's fair or not, but it is a kind of encouragement for the students to be consistent. I'm not blaming them. I'm not criticizing the education system in this respect. I have many criticisms of the education system in other perspectives, but in this matter, just to keep the students, just to help students to keep consistency, they say, okay, from the beginning, and as you continue, keep studying regularly. Otherwise, even you made a high grade, I will make the medium or I don't know, average of all of them. Just it is a way of encouraging the students. I understand that God doesn't do that. When I learned at the end of the week, in the example that I took a class in chemistry, 90% for the moment. Now, I have 90% of the knowledge of the class, of that subject. That's how I am. Look at the reward. Reward not in the average, medium, or I don't know what is the word for it. 10%, 50%, and 90%, and the average is somewhere around, I don't know, let's say 60%. No, the reward is 90%, the highest. When you do the highest, then that is your reward. In good deeds, those who do good are rewarded with what is best of what they have done. Whereas for the evil ones, or those who do evil, they will be rewarded or compensated according to their deeds. It means they didn't learn anything, they didn't learn anything. But if they learned 1%, they will be rewarded. It's a good deed. They will be rewarded with 1%. But if they didn't learn anything, they didn't learn anything. Of course, in our practical life, the case is not that black and white. But in other verses, Quran explains that we compensate the deeds in bad deeds 1 to 1, but in good deeds we increase them because of the encouragement of God to us, that we have to strive further to reach the highest good deeds as much as possible for us. So if you do for example, 10%, I will say, okay, go ahead and try something. I will make it 20%. Nowadays, for the fundraising, what do they do? But it is something human psychology that people like it, and God created us in this way as well. They say, if you do now, whatever you reward, there is a person who promised that it will double it. So if you pay 100, or if you give to charity 100, it will be 200 by the addition of somebody else. That is what human nature is made. So we are encouraged to go higher and higher, so that God says, okay, if you try a little bit more, I will reward even more than that. Now, this is understandable, and it's a good news that we have to strive to reach the highest level as much as we can, so that we shouldn't be despaired for our previous lacking or not doing good deeds. So yesterday I didn't do any good deeds. Example, just a very simple example. But if I do today something, God will reward according to my action, according to the action I perform today. So I will be encouraged. I won't be despaired. Okay, I haven't been doing any good deeds at all for 10 years. It is too late for me now. God says, no, you might have not done for 10 years, but strive for it. Do something today. I will compensate, or I will see you with or compensate you with the action you did today the best. I will forget about this. This is a very encouraging news from our Creator. Do we have any concern, any question about this subject? Please speak up. Okay.
I have a question. Oh, sorry.
Yep, go ahead.
Go ahead. Okay, sorry. I have a question. What exactly is a good deed? What qualifies as a good deed?
Okay, good question. Come on. Well, come on. This is a very good question for everyone. We keep talking about good deeds, what qualifies. Yeah. Okay, there's another question in the chat box. Okay, let's come back. Let's deal with Talu's question now. What qualifies good deeds? Anyone? Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. Okay.
I guess anything that isn't against one's nature.
Host, you are muted right now.
Now I understand. According to your, nature, if you act according to your nature, it means you are being consistent in your creation, so that you obey the way you are created. It means you are obeying the one who created you with this capacity. But it needs further explanation, a little bit further explanation. Let me see if there is anyone who wrote something. Oh. Now, what we understand about our nature, the way we are created. No, what we talked a little bit about it before. The way we are created consists of what? I'm not sure whether my question is correct. I am created with some qualities. What are these qualities in my existence? I think you know the answer to this. Go ahead and just speak. What are the qualities in my existence? Where did I get them? How can I really define these qualities? In what terms? Can I say that these qualities belong to me? Come on, answer.
No, the quality belongs to the designer, the creator.
The one who created me
is the source of the qualities given.
Yeah, it is the source of the qualities. It means, according to my nature, our friend said, according to the way I am created, and this form of creation is nothing but the manifestations of the qualities of my creator. So when I say according to my nature, is actually why I wanted to say this, because one of the friends, Sabia, said, related to, it may be related to our karma, good karma, bad karma, etc. I'm sorry, but I wouldn't say yes, because karma doesn't, in that culture, karma is not related or referred to the creator. Karma is a natural thing that happened to be as I am. But in the Quranic way of explanation, what my qualities, my nature, is nothing but the manifestations of the qualities of my creator. So, in fact, if I act according to my nature, my consciousness is needed in this context now. Am I aware that I am acting according to my nature? Am I aware that which is, I am acting according to my nature, which is nothing but the manifested qualities of my creator? It means I am acting according to the qualities of my creator. Of course, this act that I am performing is taking place as a result of my free choice. It means I am preferring to respect the qualities in my creator because they belong to my creator. I'm just preferring to be consistent with the qualities in my existence. It means I am respecting the qualities within myself. That means I am obeying my creator, acknowledging that the qualities within me are given to me. Acknowledging that the qualities within me are given to me by my creator through using my free will and consciousness. I am preferring to be in alliance with my creator. It means to obey my creator. You understand that when I do a good action, this action can only be good if it is performed with the consciousness, with the awareness that it is according to the qualities of my creator. It means I am not contradicting my creator, his qualities. I am acknowledging that these qualities within me are from him, and I am acting in obedience to his qualities through acknowledging. If I say, for example, I am acting according to my nature, which is, for example, there are some plants in my backyard, and there has not been rain for a while, and they started really dying. And my feeling told me, remind me that I should water them. When they receive the water through the order of the universe, I learned this, through the water, they will survive and they will be alive and fresh looking. And I did water the plants. Is it a good action or bad action? I would say it's not a bad action, sure. But if I did it according to my own feeling, by attributing this feeling to myself and claiming that this is my action, this good action derives from me, and I am the owner of this good action, not the user of this good action, good quality. I am the owner of this quality. It means I am claiming that as if this awareness or learning from the order of the universe, this ability to learn from the order of the universe, which I can learn, belongs to me, not to the creator. Because this attitude demonstrates that I am not accepting that I am a creature. I need to be created. It means I am claiming self-existence. I am claiming the ownership in my existence, whatever the qualities, ownership of the qualities in my existence. It means I am stealing the property of my creator. I am a thief. By stealing somebody's property, how can I be proud of owning this property, saying that this is mine? Do you see the contradiction there? So, what qualifies an action as good action? That's an excellent question. I thank Talu for this question. Any action which is performed by human beings through using their free will, which is given to them as well, this free will, by acknowledging that they are only using what is given to them by their creator and confirming his ownership, returning these qualities back to their origin. It means I am doing this with the qualities given to me by my creator, and he is teaching me, he is giving me the opportunity to perform it, and I am thankful for it because I am obeying or confirming the reality through performing this action. I am not a liar. I am not a thief. I am not a traitor. I'm just being an honest person. And I'm very thankful to my Creator to give me the opportunity to exercise these good deeds. And I am also thankful as I do the good deeds, I feel happy. This is a reward from my Creator, immediate reward that you did something good. But the other person will say, I am a good person, I am proud of it. I am proud of myself. What is he doing? He is claiming something very dangerous. He cannot prove it. He cannot show any evidence for it. That's why good actions are qualified, those actions performed in acknowledgement of their real honor. In Islamic tradition, this is called an action which is performed in the name of God, not in the name of myself. This is the difference between good action in the Quranic terms and other, I wouldn't use the technical words, other ideologies. We have to be careful. We have to be careful. To be a good man is to be a loyal man to his or her origin by acknowledging it, not be, contradicting the truth in their existence. I cannot claim that this recognition of the need of water for the plants is created by me. I am given this quality, the ability to know, given. So thanks to the free will and consciousness that I can acknowledge this and I can choose to be loyal to my origin of existence. That makes the good action. That is why the Quran also explains this. If an action is performed in my name, in acknowledgement of my ownership over it, it is me that who is going to reward it. What does it mean? It is me that who is going to reward it. God is going to reward it with his absolute qualities, not the manifested forms in this universe, no, with absolute qualities. How can we understand the absolute qualities as being infinite? It means if I do an action in acknowledging his ownership and returning it to him, saying that it is not me who did it, you enabled me to do it. And in fact, you are the engine, if you like. You are the origin of my action. I just use the direction, like by using free will, not to this way. It means deny it or claim a false claim, make a false claim over the saying that this is my action. Just acknowledging the reality. This is you who is doing it. God says, okay, I am going to reward it. It means the reward will be multiplied by, who's going to tell me? The reward will be multiplied by?
Infinity.
Yeah, thank you very much. Because God's qualities are infinite. Now, as they are created here, they are not infinite in the created form, limited to the capacity of the creatures. That's why That's why different capacities, different varieties, millions of different varieties of creatures exist here according to their capacities. This is the temporary, limited capacity of the creatures, manifesting the qualities of the creator, but the way the qualities manifested in it demonstrates that the source must be infinite. Otherwise, although it is limited, but the way they are created, the way they are manifested, demonstrates that its source is infinite, must be infinite. If someone was not infinite, if the creator wasn't infinite, he wouldn't be able to manifest his qualities in innumerable ways at the same time in a perfect measurement according to the capacity of each thing. We understand this, although this is not our subject. Now, did we understand that he God rewards those who do good with what is best? Now, the best reward will be multiplied by infinity. Okay. Now, if you have, there was some things written. I'm not sure. Nada says in the chat box, I'm not sure I understood what reward means in practical terms. I see. Oh, excuse me again. I made a mistake. Okay. Okay. In practical terms, what reward is? In practical terms here, I understand that there is a created form of this reward, again, which I experience within my own being, again, with the act of creator. Again, why? He's letting me know that what I am doing is right or wrong. So in this universe, if I act in the right way, I will feel definitely something good, some sort of pleasure, happiness, etc. If I do something bad, I will feel sad, pain of it, and it wouldn't satisfy my expectations. For example, if you do something good, you say, okay, and I'm happy. This happiness is created within you as a sign, but this is just a created form of reward. But the real reward with the creator depends on his evaluation of the action. But of course, this world is only a place where we are educated, where we are just given the taste of something that we expect to happen eternally. Just signs are created in this world, signs that I can see, look, if I do something good, I feel happy. It means happiness is created to me in order to show, in order to demonstrate to me that I have done something right. This is only a sign, but this world is a temporary place. We know that at the end, whether we do good or bad, we will die. But if the death was the end of everything, end of my existence, then my feelings, everything that I experience in this world will have no meaning. It is just a very, very shocking, cold joke. Why? I felt good, I felt bad, and everything is now nothing when I die. it means the reward here in this world is demonstrated in a created form. It means limited form, but the reward will be, we call it here, after graduation from this school of universe, which is death. When I die, definitely the reward will be given by my creator. How? These are, I don't know whether they are within your interest, but it is definitely within my interest. I'm interested in this kind of methods very much. Now, this universe is temporary existence, and we are brought in this universe without my choice, and I am going to be taken away from this universe again without my choice. It is so obvious that a conscious being is arranging all this and bringing me into existence and taking me away from this type of existence. But I have some feelings. I know that I don't want to die after tasting the existence, life, pleasures. I have a feeling, it is given to me, that I want these pleasures to happen forever. And anything annoys me, I don't want them forever. Never come again. For example, if I experience a kind of illness, let's say I've got flu or something, God forbid, and I say, oh, miserable life, oh, come on, oh, my creator, take it from me, I don't like it, but the feeling that I should never, ever be again sick. That is the feeling. Human feelings are given this. That is a sign that whatever I do here, in acknowledgement of my creator or not, the result must be met. If not in this type of creation, it must be in another type of creation, but must be met. Because in existence, we see that everything has purpose. And my existence must have a purpose. My feelings must have purposes. And all my experiences of this world must have purposes. My expectations of the eternal happiness and eternally being away or escaping from anything that I don't like, it means eternally being far away from what I don't like. These feelings are given to me and they have purposes as well. If the purpose is not going to be fulfilled, this existence would turn into futile, play, meaningless, stupid thing. But the universe is so wonderful. There is nothing stupid in existence in this world. So we cannot say that my existence is meaningless. Everything is meaningful. My existence must be meaningful as well. But death, temporariness, makes everything meaningless. If there was no other type of continuation of my existence in another form, it is, of course, it is not strange for me to imagine this, to accept this, even confirm it, because my existence in this world also is going through many different stages of existence. I'm not a static being. I'm continuously being changed. I go through different phases throughout my life. It means my creator is showing me that he is already changing my life. Why not continue to change the existence type, existence my existence type of this world into another type. And a very clear example, for example, I was created in the form of a cell. And then in another world, in my mother's womb, it was a completely different type of creation. Now came in this world, and I'm going through many endless stages of existence. It means the Creator is continuously displaying that He is already changing my life. Why not to change my life after I experience death? Because I died in my life in my mother's womb, and I still exist. I am not a fetus. I am not a cell anymore, but I still exist. Like a seed. Seed seems to be dead, something there, well, not a plant at all or a tree, but when it finds the right conditions according to the order of the universe, which is arranged by the Creator, it becomes a plant. An egg becomes an animal, a chick, or not any kind of animals. These kind of creation are magical, aren't they? Miraculous. We have to know that the Creator is continuously demonstrating that He creates many different kinds of lifestyles in this world even. When I die, definitely, I will be given another form of existence. As the seed dies in the soil, under the earth, but plant comes out. Who creates it? Who gives existence to the plant? Who arranges all this order of the universe? The universe itself is well-arranged being, but well-arranged. Universe cannot exist itself. Universe itself is not a conscious being. We know that it is subject to the way that it is created. So we should understand that definitely the reward must be with my Creator, which means any action I perform here according to the quality of my consciousness multiplied by God's reward, absolute Creator's reward. If it is a good one, it is a paradise. If it is the stealing, lying, insulting the Creator, saying that you don't exist, who are you? Come on, I don't acknowledge you. I don't care about you. Of course, this attitude makes the man feel lonely, meaningless, subject to rotting, no aim for life. At the end, you will become zero in this world. Nothing. This is a sign that God says, come on, you are contradicting the way I created it. It means your nature. I gave you the capacity to acknowledge your reality, and you are contradicting to it. This despair, this meaningless, is a sign of God's mercy teaching me, telling me that you are doing something wrong. It doesn't make me happy. That's how I created you. But if you do something, if you say, I belong to the Creator of the universe, I say, all right, my life is full of meaning, full of purpose, because I am given existence by the Creator of the universe. He knows what he's doing. Look at the universe. Is there anything meaningless in this universe? He knows everything. He knows what I need. I acknowledge it, and I am expecting to reward this acknowledgement from my creator. So reward in practical terms, it's a very interesting question, by the way. I think it was Nada who asked the question. The glimpses, signs of it, I am experiencing, but if I am conscious of the creator as the infinite one, this reward will be multiplied by infinite. Why? Because he's going to reward it. No one can reward me here. No one can save me here from death. Only he is arranging everything according to his will and letting me know that the reward will be with him. And also Quran also explains this, states that if a deed is done, performed in the name of the creator will reward it. Of course, it must be so. If it is done in acknowledgement of the creator, that is the purpose of my existence. And the creator will acknowledge it. I think it's a beautiful way of understanding this kind of verses. Let me see the time. Okay. Yeah. All right. Where are we? Any questions, any concern? Everybody is quiet. Everybody seems to be hungry, like me. So let's go to the following. Okay. Who is going to read the following translation of the following verse?
I'll read it. They avoid major sins and shameful deeds, except for minor offenses.
Sorry.
Oh, no problem.
Yes. Okay. All right. I already mess up. Okay.
Okay.
From the beginning, please, slowly, so that we just digest it. Yeah.
Sure. They avoid major sins and shameful deeds, except for minor offenses. Your Lord is with vast forgiveness. He has been fully aware of you since he initiated you from the earth, and while you were embryos in your mother's wombs. Therefore, do not, then, consider yourselves pure, for he knows best as to who is conscious of him.
Yeah, lots of things are going on here, isn't it? Thank you very much. Thank you. So major sins means, and also minor offenses. We know that. We know that we cannot be perfect. Our existence is perfect, but we cannot keep this promise that I am created perfect and I will choose always the perfect. No, my free will sways this way and another way. Sometimes forget, sometimes get disappointed within myself. Lots of experiences, of course, that makes the life beautiful because I am not a robot. Life is not standard. Now, life is not static. So I will experience bad things and then say, oh, come on, I did something wrong, please forgive me. And then do good deeds and will be pleased, but at the same time, forget again. And this makes my life very flowery. That is perfect. That's why most of the time, unconsciously unconsciously I made mistakes, wrong things. They are minor ones. I didn't mean it. I just maybe forget about it. I was careless a little bit. I said, oh, come on, defeated with my egoistic desires, God says, okay, I will overlook them, don't worry. But major sins means deliberate disobedience. Not saying that, look, I am by myself existing in this world, and I'm not going to take notice of anyone else in this world. Now, I will fulfill my own aims and purposes by myself. What? And challenging my creator by not acknowledging it. But of course, we know that we will study as well, no evidence for my claim. For example, I cannot claim that I gave existence to myself. That's for sure. No one does this. And nature gave me existence. What is nature? They need to be created. They need to be given existence. They are just dependent beings. And they act according to the way they are created. They have no free choice. None of the natural elements, we call them the elements, the very fundamental fabrics of the creation. They have no choice, no knowledge, nothing. They are just really matter, nothing else. They have no quality of themselves. They are only created with some qualities, and they just find themselves as I do find myself with my qualities. That's how I am. Why? Because I am made in this way. Excuse me. It's how the particles, atoms, and cells, molecules are. Excuse me. As they are created. So that's how I am, and I can see that plants grows in this way. It is just created. It doesn't know what it's doing. So I can, if I choose a way to go against the reality deliberately, what happens? Really, human beings understand that this person needs punishment. Now, if somebody does without realizing, but he doesn't mean to do something bad, everybody sympathizes him or her and forgives him. That's this sense given to us in order to get to know who my creator is, how my creator really treats me. What this one? Okay. How my creator treats me. If someone avoid major sins and shameful deeds, it means really anything goes against human dignity, human honor. Well, we know that. If someone insults me, I get disappointed. I dislike it because my dignity, as I am created with this human dignity, I didn't know, I was given it. And if my dignity is harmed or damaged, I rebel. That's how I am created. So if I do against my human dignity, then your Lord is with vast forgiveness. It means forgives about your bad deeds, bad choices, and rewards you with the best of what you have done. He has been fully aware of you since he initiated you from the earth, but he knows who I am. He initiated from the earth means what? My parts, as far as the conditions of this universe is concerned, my particles are made up of these parts of the universe. But we have to be aware, now the earth, the parts of the earth, particles of the earth, are not my creators. They are just my, how do you say, building blocks in my existence, but they have no action, no share in making me. They are just put there by the Creator again. And He knows exactly who I am, to the point that the minutest particle in my being, because He is the one who made me with these particles. Yeah, even gives the example, while you were embroids in your mother's wombs, because I didn't arrange myself in my mother's womb. I didn't know who I was there. I wasn't conscious of anything at all. My body particles also are employed there. Whatever, all these stages of my existence is mentioned here in a brief way, in a very brief way, demonstrates, or my Creator is telling me that I know you to your very finest point, whatever, all your feelings and everything, but the physical examples are given here, but we can expand it to our feelings also. My feelings are also another part of my existence. They are given to me again by my Creator. And He knows what He is creating in me. So, therefore, do not consider yourself pure. That is, it is very interesting. فَلَا تُزَكُّوا أَنفُسَكُمْ. What does it mean? Don't consider yourself pure. What does it mean? It means I am a bad man? Does it mean I am a bad man? Come on, share your ideas, please. It means I have to always be disappointed with myself? Does it mean I have to be always in despair, saying that I'm not pure, I'm filthy, I'm dirty, I'm a bad man? So am I expected to lose my self-esteem, self-confidence?
No, I don't think so. I think it just means that you can't expect perfect. I think, linking it to the previous ayah where where you were saying basically rewarding those who do good with what is best, it's because we're not expected to be perfect. And I think, that links to they link to each other.
Thank you. Thank you, Farah. Thank you for this comment. Any further, don't consider yourself pure. Any further explanation from anyone else? No. Now, I understand this. This is not the only way that God uses here. In other places also, in the Quran, it reminds us that don't consider yourself pure. It means when you do something good, don't brag about it. I am a good man. Yeah. But you are created with this ability. Acknowledge it. Be thankful. Be thankful that you have chosen to be consistent within yourself. Be thankful to your creator. Don't attribute the good actions you perform to yourself. Don't attribute, for example, the best example, simplest example is a mother. I really understand it very well because I went through these stages. God gave me 2 children and I was the father, and my wife was really carefully taking care of them. For example, if I said, I took care of my children to a certain extent, as much as I know, which is the best. Of course, lots of mistakes. I understand the mistakes, but it is not our subject now. Let's come to the good things that I did. Afterwards, I may claim, after doing all good deeds, look, I am a nice father. I am a good father. I did a lot of sacrifices for you, all my children. What am I doing here? I am considering myself to be pure. What is the reality? But I didn't know that I should, it is not me who gave me the ability to be conscious of taking care of my children. I look at the kids, they take care of their kitten. I look at the dogs, they take care of their little ones, and all the animals, they take care of their young generation. It means there is a common practice among the living beings that they can take care of. They take care of their young ones. Who's arranging it? It cannot be an accident. Thousands, hundreds of thousands of different examples in front of me. And every creature take care of their young ones until they need to be taken care of. But it is given to me. If I say, I am a very nice father, it means I am attributing the good qualities given to me to myself, and by doing so, I am lying, I am making everything dirty. Let me give an example. Someone is needy, let's say hungry, and another person was passing by, saw that person, this hungry person, and he said, okay, I have to get something for this man and give it to him. And he bought and brought something to eat. And I was standing by there, and he said, okay, Ali, my name's Ali, so I said, Ali, come on, give this food to this person who's needy. If I say, I am the one who's feeding this man, because look, he's taking the food from my hand. Yeah, he's receiving the compassionate treatment. My children receive the compassionate treatment from my hand, but I'm not the owner. If I claim that I am the one who's feeding this man, isn't that obvious that I'm telling a lie? I am turning my good action, although giving it to the needy person is a good action, turning it into a bad, lying action. It means dirtying it. Oh, anything that I do which is good, claim to belong to myself, I am dirtying it. But if I say, no, I'm not the owner of it, this person gave the food to me, my creator gave me the compassion to my children, I was just a vehicle. I just carried it. It is not mine. So don't you think that this person needs to be esteemed and appreciated? That is how, if I say, I am the one who is taking care of my children, I am the one who is treating my children with love and compassion, I am dirty and I should not consider myself pure. Now, he knows best as to who is conscious of him, conscious of God. It means taqwa. Taqwa means, in fact, being conscious of God, but also some people translate it as fear of God, whatever. But if you are very careful, let's say you are carrying some glasses and you know that you shouldn't topple down, they will break. You are very careful and afraid of not, oh, it is time, okay, afraid of, I'll stop it. I'll stop it soon. And it's time here, okay, okay, thank you. Afraid of not breaking it is taqwa. So the reality is out there. I am created. I have to acknowledge my creator. I have to attribute everything to my creator by being very careful not to do all these is called taqwa. It means not insulting my creator by appropriating his property to myself, being very sensitive about it, not to insult my creator, not to do something wrong towards my creator, of course, and as an extension to any other creature, is called taqwa. So he knows best as to whom he is conscious of him. And accordingly, he will decide it, he will reward it, not by myself, I will reward myself by saying that I am a good man. No, I am a very helpful man, or this kind of claims. These are all false. Well, I have to say, okay, my creator knows my intention best. So I will leave the judgment to him, not to myself. I wouldn't claim anything on myself. I'm sorry, the time is up. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Quickly. سبحانك لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك أنت العليم الحكيم وآخر دعواهم أن الحمد لله رب العالمين بحرمة سر سورة الفاتحة. Inshallah, I'll see you on Saturday at 11:30 Eastern Time in this room, and next Monday, if not making it on Saturday. Thank you very much. Jazakumullah khair. Inshallah, you will enjoy your iftar, your breaking the fast, and also may Allah accept your fasting. Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum. Thank you for everyone who prays here. Thank you. I'm very pleased that we had a nice discussion. Now calm and Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim.